to be the highlight of All-Star Weekend. I'm pretty sure we dogged on this contest enough last year. And just when you thought it couldn't get, I don't even know the right phrase. I don't want to use disappointing, but disappointing. More disappointing. The NBA says, hold my beer and watch this, because here are your contestants for the AT&T Slam Dunk Contest. Starting off with Kenyon Martin Jr., not Kenyon Martin Sr., Kenyon Martin Jr., Mac McClung from the G League, although he's had some NBA games he's played in. Jericho Sims from the Knicks. And I'm sorry, Kenyon Martin Jr. from the Rockets. I don't have what G League team Mac McClung's on in front of me. Sorry, Mac. Jericho Sims of the New York Knicks. And Trey Murphy III of the New Orleans Pelicans. If you want, we can keep this real brief. Who do you think is going to win in this essential crapshoot?
Man, it's as a person who I like, my favorite basketball player of all time is Vince Carter. And a large part of that is because of his legendary dunk contest. Like the dunk contest for me growing up was a sacred thing. And outside of the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon duels, it's just kind of become so disappointing for me as an adult, which really sucks. And this year feels like the worst lineup I've ever seen. Like literally the only player that I'm interested to see whatsoever is Mac McClung, and the guy doesn't even play in the NBA. I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing. There used to be a lot of star power that would actually do the dunk contest. I mean, I think like Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, two of the best players in the NBA back then, going head to head. Anyway, I'm taking Mac McClung. I don't know. I've seen him do a lot of crazy dunks ever since he was in high school. Like I remember he went super viral when he was in high school for a lot of crazy dunks. He did it in college too. He's going to do it in the NBA. I also think he kind of gets a little bit of that voter bias because he's short and white. And when you're a short white guy doing some of those dunks, people just kind of naturally think it's a little more impressive because that doesn't ever happen. So I don't know. I think also, and that's not to say that he's not a good dunker, because he is an amazing dunker. Even if he's not in the NBA, he's in the G League. He's a really good dunker. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mac McClung. I don't know the odds. He might be the favorite just because, like I said, he was kind of crazy at dunking growing up. But I don't know. I have no real thoughts about this outside of I'm really disappointed that the dunk contest is not what it used to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to dive anymore. If you want, you can probably reference our video from last year if you want our full just berating of what the dunk contest has become. But in regards to what you mentioned, Mac is second in odds, just barely behind Kenyon Martin Jr. So you're close again. And apparently, I guess they felt that way because I'm reading here, odd that the NBA provides context for some of the dunk contest stuff. But yeah, I guess he also has some viral YouTube clips, like you mentioned. So a little more recognition with Mac. I really don't want to pick someone. I would have probably picked Mac, but I'll be different. I don't think Jericho is going to win it just because it's so hard for a big man to win it. So it's either Trey Murphy or Kenyon Martin Jr.
I will say, to be fair, though, Jericho Sims, that's who we're talking about, right? There's the only Jericho I know in the NBA. Sorry, yes. I forgot. Yeah, Jericho Sims. And I'm pretty sure he went to Texas. So if he's the same Jericho Sims that I'm remembering, he is kind of nasty. Like he does have some pretty crazy dunks. Okay. I hear it, but I'm still going to go with non-Jericho Sims pick. I think I'm just going to go, I'll just go with Kenyon Martin Jr. I'm not going to lie, I have the odds in front of me. Apparently he's the favorite. So I'll roll with Vegas, even though I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to watch this. What are the odds order?
So odds order.
I'm not going to watch.
Yeah. So there you go.
And also, we live in a day and age where like you can get all like, because I hate to, sorry to rant a little bit more, but like back in the day, like you didn't get the 2-minute timer. Like if you missed, I think you got maybe 3 tries and then you're done. Nowadays you get that 2-minute timer. They take forever. I could just watch the clip on Twitter when you finally hit it.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. The internet definitely has changed that. But odds wise, so Kenyon Martin Jr. is the favorite at plus 175. Then Mac McClung is right behind him at plus 200. And Jericho Sims is not far behind, so some people must be seeing the same thing you have in Jericho because he's at plus 225. And then Trey Murphy's at a distant last, not too distant, but he's at plus 300, Trey Murphy the third, in regards to the odds via sportsgeek.com. And I don't know where they got the odds from for this, but yeah, so Yeah, just to, like I said, like I prefaced before, like you mentioned, just sad. What will it take for them to get? Will they ever? Do you think they'll ever get rid of the dunk contest like anytime soon, or do you think it's just something they're going to be persistent with and just keep trying to roll this out?
I don't think they'll ever get rid of it because, I mean, like, what's the cost of doing it, you know? Like, they still can run commercials during it. I can't imagine the viewership has tanked so far that, like, it's not even worth advertisers buying a commercial during that spot. You still get sponsors. You get highlight clips. I don't know. I think for the NBA, there's just not a lot of downsides to doing it outside of maybe negative publicity around the dunk contest declining. And then in that case, they might just start offering more reward to do it. Like, I don't think there'll be a world where they cancel it personally. Okay. Just because, like I said, I just don't. I think the only way the NBA would cancel something like that is if it literally was starting to lose them money. But I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe, you know, because even before the Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon stuff, it was kind of declining a little bit. Like the only notable ones before that was like Nate Robinson, Blake Griffin jumping over a car. But like the contest itself, there was no crazy duels that were happening like the old days where we saw the Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. So who knows? Maybe every 10 years you get that Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon type of duel that like invigorates it for a couple of years. And if that happens in the NBA, obviously you get some iconic moments like that Aaron Gordon dunk where he jumped over the mascot. And then that probably makes it so worth it for the NBA.
Yeah, I guess so. It is just like we mentioned last year. It's just hard. I think it's getting harder and harder to get more and more creative, especially like I said with the internet. So there's also dunks out on the internet, and there's dunks in previous dunk contests that, you know, people have kind of grown tired to. But I am with you. Like, even just to preface, I also missed I missed that year the Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine dunk contest because at that point I had given up, and then I tuned in next year, and I think Aaron Gordon was dealing with an injury. And I think Zach still went and probably won, but it wasn't the same because, it wasn't this the year before, obviously. And then, like you mentioned, just been disappointing. Like I can't even remember. I want to say Juan Toscano was in it last year. Like I don't even know who won it last year, and I honestly don't care. But that goes to show just how little I feel like. I won't say the average fan, but definitely more hardcore fans. I don't know. I just feel like more hardcore fans like you and myself. I know some other peers in our friend groups have kind of already been down on the dunk contest. So I'm just surprised that they're still making it the main course per se. It's like the last, the dessert, the last event, as opposed to maybe I thought they would maybe switch around with the 3-point contest, since I feel like that one's been growing more in popularity. But